Welcome to Kitab Writing Publication. So today we are having Murali Krishna sir with us. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you, sir, for having your book published with us. And now when your book is live on all the platforms, so how are you feeling, sir?
Thank you so much, Ankita, for the opportunity and inviting me for this interview. It feels very, in fact, it's great that I've been able to publish my book with Kitab Writing Publications, and that gives me immense pleasure that at last my book has seen the light, right? So, and I appreciate your efforts in terms of making it possible, and without much time taking much time, in 2 weeks time we'll be able to do this.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words.
Thank you.
So your book is on Python programming for GIS. So please tell us what our viewers or our audience are going to get inside your book.
This is basically Python. If you look into the market scenario, there are lots of books on Python programming, but you will find very few books on Python programming for GIS domain. So in that that scenario, I just wanted to come up with a book which can address the needs of the present day, the scenario.
Yeah.
So wherein lots of people are expecting such kind of publication. I'm sure this would help a lot of the students and the professionals.
Great, sir. Sir, like your name is Murali Krishna, and then you belong to a science background. So what is your thinking about spirituality? Like, is spirituality and science the same thing?
Yeah. Spirituality for me, as I already mentioned, it is spirituality itself is a science. There is no science beyond the spirituality. So, in fact, spirituality is the ultimate science.
Great, sir. Sir, like we have heard about Sanskrit being a programming language in the near future.
Correct.
So what would you say about it?
So, Sanskrit is one of the great language, and I'm sure it's the kind of syntax it has and the kind of linguistics it has. I'm sure it is one of the finest language which supports the programming, in fact, for that matter. It's far better than any other languages.
Okay, sir.
Especially for programming, yes.
Yeah. Sir, like we are talking about science. So what basically is science? Like what
science, which is something, science is nothing but is which tells you, which leads to you the truth. Science is nothing but which leads you to the truth, right?
Okay, sir. So sir, what is the ultimate truth that we are talking about?
Knowing yourself. Yeah, that is
okay, and what is the procedure of knowing yourself? Because when we say know yourself, it's just two words basically. But when it comes to actually know yourself, it's a vast journey. It's like basically it is all about your life to know yourself. So why is this journey so difficult? Like we are born with ourselves, still we don't know ourselves.
It's because we give so much of importance to your physicality, and we don't try to look in our inside of us.
Yeah.
So we don't give much importance or emphasis to the what is inside us. So that's the reason why we are most of the times we miss ourselves.
Sir, I would like to ask you a question. There are a few of the, you will meet a few of the people who would, in a minute or two, would they simply tell you what you are thinking, or what your future or your past is. So how is that possible? Do you think it has something to do with science, or is it what? What is it basically?
I don't have an idea that the people, but one thing I'm sure that if you know the past of any person and if you know the past of something, we'll be able to predict the future, right? That much I can tell you. But if some person is, just, predicting your past and future, that is something I can't comprehend, and it's beyond my understanding, in fact.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes. So sir, okay, that's all fine. How did you start, how did you basically get to know कि हाँ मुझे particularly इसी field में जाना है and then I have to do all of this? Because अगर हम आज की generation को देखें, या if I have to talk about myself as well, so we are very confused in today's world. Like we are very confused with, there are so many options, but we don't know where should we go. Like what is basically, what should be the aim of ours? So how did you got to know that?
For me, whichever comes your way. So what I feel that, it is the God is showing the way.
Okay.
God, or for that matter, the nature is showing the way. So better start, liking that. Instead of looking for, so many things that, which is beyond your, reach. Better whatever that comes to you, comes to your way, you just, genuinely, open-heartedly, you take that, do the best of you, give your best, and that's it. You'll become a master at that.
Okay, sir. So what do you do by profession?
I'm a professor working with the Department of Geoengineering and RDT on my university, right? So I've been into this profession for the last couple of years. Earlier, I was working with industry, so in the corporate sector. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's amazing to talk to such a prominent personality. So since
Thank
you are a
you.
professor, I would like to ask you, how should an ideal student be? Like, in student life, we come across so many distractions. We have so many, confusions and everything around us. So in all that scenarios, how can we still be an ideal student, and how can we actually make our, world or our future a bright one? How can we do that?
To me, an ideal student is someone who always thinks that he doesn't know anything.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah.
Then comes then arises the longing for learning something. If
Yeah.
you feel that I know everything, then there is you won't become an ideal student. In order to qualify yourself as an ideal student, you should feel that you don't know anything.
So that this sentence of yours actually brought a change within me, because when I'm talking to my professors or any student, when they are talking to them, they in a way try to show that, yeah, we know this particular thing. So this is what, the mindset of a student is. But now when I know that, yeah, the teacher wants to know that, yeah, you don't know this, and then you have the willingness to learn.
Right.
So that is what is
Yes.
needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes.
much for that,
True,
sir.
true.
So yeah, that's
Thank
all.
you.
But do you see, like, in today's world, the kind of education policy we are having? What do you think? Is it going in a right way, or there are some changes required? Like if I would have to compare the
Various,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so if I would have
For
to
various reasons.
okay.
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm sorry. You wanted to say something. Please go
No,
ahead.
I just wanted
You
to say,
please
like, if
finish
I
your
would
word.
have to compare, the education system of now with the education system that we had, in our ancient India, the Gurukul system. So, what would you say was better, and how can today's, policy would become more better?
When it comes to the Gurukul system, I don't have much idea about the Gurukul system, but what all I learned about the Gurukul systems, so that is all from the books I read and all, right? But no, if you ask me the today's system, what the kind of system, that education system that we have, I would say that in fact we are trying to aid someone like the Western culture.
Yeah.
Nothing is our own.
Yes.
So the education system is not customized according to our own requirements. In fact,
Yes.
this system has been brought by somewhere, and in fact now they are just uh, uh, putting that on our heads, and this is a kind of a big problem that we are facing today. So maybe the kind of Gurukul system, so definitely there are definitely advantages. Maybe you can bring such system back, but with this kind of enhanced, you need to transfer that into to meet the today's requirements. That would be the best way. You have to come up with your own requirements, and you have to look into your own system, your culture. That's very important. Your education should reflect your own culture.
Yes.
Without that, If you are missing that in your system, definitely, and you are missing your mother.
Yes, sir. Basically, it's like we are trying to know the Western world more, and we're just forgetting
in
our
fact,
true tradition
you are
or
aping
that
someone.
was.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, a few days back, I was reading a book and it was on the mind. So, like, while I was reading it, I got to know one thing that our mind's nature is to stay free, to be free. But when when we are brought into this system of education since our, childhood, then it kind of binds it. It kind of binds our mind and its creativity decreases, its concentration decreases. So, what would you say about it? Is it true? Does it really happen?
That's true. That's true that the today's education system is something you want to create the kind of labor. It will not allow you to right allow you to think free.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yes.
a big problem. That's a big problem. So as I already mentioned, so instead of that, it's better always look into those the directions where you will be able to imbibe your culture into your education system, which allows you to think free, right? The moment you start aping someone, definitely you are losing your originality.
Agreed. Yes.
That itself is going to be a big impediment in your way. Right?
Yes, sir.
So in order to come up with a system which allows you to think free, no, that means you need to find your roots, first of all.
True. Yes. Yeah,
Then
because if
only
we
you'll be
want
able
to
to,
freely
yes,
fly, then we have to obviously,
exactly. You
have
need
our.
to,
Yeah.
strongly hold to your roots. Then
Yes.
only you'll be able to fly.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sir, like you are talking about all this, but I just want to know one thing. Like, if we see, in today's world, it is like every time we are having, the more we are, moving inside this education wala system. Like I started from 12th and then we went to the graduation, then other. We are kind of concentrating ourselves, right? We are narrowed downing this, whole thing. So are we basically again, that kind of caging our mind through this all as well?
Definitely, you yourself with the kind of education policy that we have, you yourself are in fact, this policy is trying to create robots, not the humans.
Yes, yeah.
Kind of robots. So it means the robot means it does it always obeys the some the orders from someone.
Yes.
Orders of someone. It's a that kind of system that we are in. So we need to change that. Unless until if you don't transform ourselves, it's very difficult that you don't expect the generation which is of superior quality.
Yes, sir. Like when we are talking about it, even then, like there are some scenarios going on into my mind कि हाँ basically इस तरीके से we are being caged. Like एक properly ऐसा बनाया जा रहा है कि जैसे starting में ही जो हमारा starting का time होता है, अगर उस time पे freely इस तरह से हमें options दिए जाए कि हाँ
right
skills होती है basically that should be taught, not only the subjects we are going on.
Right. In fact, no, you're from from your childhood, you are conditioned.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be like this, you have to be like that, right? You're almost conditioned. It means they are killing your the whatever the intellectual you're inside, whatever the ingenious person that is there inside of you. So that is killing. Yeah. In fact, so the kind of system that we have, they put a kind of template on you. You are this, you are that. That's a big problem.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's like from the very starting of your childhood, you are being told that you have to be only this, and then
only
you have to work down only into that.
Yes. Yes. The system will not allow you to progress into other directions as well.
Yes.
No, it will not allow. Yes. Let us say if you are a doctor, that's all, you are a doctor.
Yeah. I think
they don't allow you to learn. Even if you are curious.
This conversation
even if you are curious to learn
everyone.
something. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because it's actually the need of the hour to know what we are actually going into.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're asking that such questions. So, which is in fact, throbbing me inside to come up with that kind of answer, those kind of answers. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much for, being here, sir, because only because of
My
you I'm
pleasure.
getting, those vibes and these type of questions are coming ahead, because
Thank you.
I literally didn't thought of these kind of questions. These
Okay.
are just coming
Thank you
by,
so much.
listening to you.
Oh, great. That's great. That's so great.
Okay. Okay. So sir, what is the basic knowledge that every student or every individual should have? Like, even if they are not student, but still they should have this basic knowledge. What do you think it should be?
Basic knowledge is that identifying yourself, you should know that you are a human being, first of all. Those qualities of a human being, right? See, you are, saying that humans are superior. When you say superior, what are those qualities making you superior,
Yeah.
right? So first you should know those qualities,
Okay. Okay,
right?
sir.
So yeah,
Okay. So what is mind for you, and how is mind different from brain?
mind different from,
Brain.
okay. For me, is mind, no, the word that your mind that you're referring to, in fact, is not actually. If you go back to our our own mythology or Puranas, actually, this has been excellently divided into different forms, right?
Okay.
The one that you're talking about, mind, in fact, it is just stores. It is used for one particular capability, your brain capability, which actually stores and remembers the information. That is what is mind. But there are dimensions. There are various dimensions attached to it. In fact, there we have manas, we have chit.
Yes. Ha, ha, ha.
Yes, there are so many distinctions. What actually you are referring to as mind. Mind is just something which stores some information and it allows you to remember that. That's all. But that doesn't make you or qualify you as a human being. There is something more to it. You have manas, you have buddhi, you have chit.
Sir, can you please elaborate these all terms a little bit for our audience?
Manas is something. So whatever the information that mind that when you're talking about the mind, which whatever the information that you're storing, which the manas has this intellectual capability, which allows you to discern between what is it allows you to separate those aspects,
Yes.
right? Whereas buddhi tells you which is good, which is bad,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
has the ability to get the distinction between
Yeah.
good or
Basically,
bad.
on the basis of that, we could take decisions, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
That what on the basis of which you are making the decisions, right?
Yeah.
And your chitta is something which is actually very close to the human concept of human, right? Which in fact tells you about we are from where your actual how you are connected to this nature or to this universe.
Yeah.
In fact, you are supposed to your all most of this exploration as a human being. It is always try to, find this chitta, and this chitta allows which opens the doors for this, the universe. So
Okay.
in fact, we are missing the chitta
Yeah.
part most of the times because we give most of this importance to your physicality.
Yeah.
Physicality is always, depends on your the remembrance or the storage of your information. So most of the times you're confining yourself to this, the mind aspect, which is just a storage device, and you are not even touching the dimension of your chitta. That's the biggest problem. In fact, that opens your doors to your the universe, the very nature of yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, when
Yeah.
you were talking about that, basically when we call when we are talking about chit or chitta, basically, so it is all about connecting with the universe. So
Yes.
there was a story that I read while I was reading some a book of Swami Vivekanand. So it was written by him that he met a personality which was like कि मतलब जो भी लोग उसके पास में आ रहे हैं, तो ही वॉज एबल टू टेल एवरीथिंग अबाउट हिम, राइट? लाइक तुम क्या मन में सोच
Yes.
रहे हो वो
Yes.
पहले से
Yeah.
ही बता देता है, तो ऐसे
Right.
करके, तो एंड
Yes.
हाउ डिड ही कॉम्प्रिहेंडेड
Yes.
इट? was कि जो mind है वो कहीं ना कहीं they are all the minds are kind of connected in the universe. It's like a network. And जब आप उस
Right.
level पे अपने mind को
Yes.
control कर लेते हो तो you can actually understand कि आसपास वालों के भी mind
True.
में क्या
True.
चल रहा है. Even
True.
when वो
True. True.
language नहीं जानते, still he can do it. So do you think ऐसा कुछ होता है सच में?
True. To some extent, as you rightly mentioned, you'll be able to open the doors of your chitta. In fact, it allows you to, see beyond your physicality.
Yes.
It will allow you to see the physicality, because most of the times what we feel as science, in fact, so in fact, the very nature of the universe, you don't know anything about your existence.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
existence, your existence itself is beyond this physicality, right? You
true.
don't know from where you have come to this place,
Yes.
and you don't
Yes,
know where
people.
you are going tomorrow, right? So
Yeah.
this you don't know, and this chitta, in fact, allows you to see that, maybe I don't know exactly, but according to my understanding, this is one dimension of your human being, which in fact allows you to see all this, the very nature of your
So
existence.
like,
And if you know the very nature of your existence, you'll be able to see past and future also.
yeah, so because while I was I read it,
Yeah.
and within a few days, I got to know about something related to mind waves and mind energy that is being, even like this kind of research is basically
Mhm.
going on in science as well. कि हाँ, like ऐसा कुछ हो
Right.
सकता है. तो मतलब
Right.
कैन वी से कि हाँ, हमारी जो कल्चर है वो कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज्यादा रिच है व्हेन इट कम्स टू साइंस. उनके पास ऑलरेडी बहुत
Yes.
सारी नॉलेज थी जो
True.
आज हम चाह रहे हैं ढूंढना अभी भी.
Yes, Christian. Yes, yes, it's you're very much correct that, in fact, our culture, in fact, if you go through your the literature, the kind of literature you have, you immediately you come to know that, see, our culture was very rich. In fact, for that matter, it has explored a lot about these aspects,
Yeah.
which we are talking about. These aspects, and especially which has lots of, they have kind of ideas which gives you so much of clarity about your existence, not only the existence, the kind of energy that you are, and
Yeah.
how you have got connected to all this nature.
Yes.
That's
So
the
the
beauty of our culture.
conversation is actually getting very interesting. Like,
That's
I'm
great.
literally enjoying
The
everything.
kind of questions that you're asking, really, they are very interesting, and that's great, actually. And they are helping me to know myself and understand
Yeah,
myself.
it's like a
Right? Yes.
meditation we are doing right now. Like,
Right.
question भी out of somewhere ही आ रहे हैं और answer भी out of somewhere. So it's like, everything is like
Right.
getting connected.
Really, really, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So बहुत सारे spiritual questions, mind से related questions, बहुत सारी interested बातें तो हो चुकी हैं. But now I will ask you आपकी life journey के बारे में. मतलब बचपन से कैसे था सब कुछ, कैसे आप इस स्टेज पे पहुंचे, हाउ डिड यू अचीव वॉट एवर यू हैव अचीव टुडे.
Whatever I have achieved this today, because of my brought up, all because of my brought up, my parents, and my the kind of environment from where I have come from. They taught me all these difficulties. These difficulties always help me hook up to the my reality, the nature of this, the kind of the society that we are in, and the struggles that I have faced always made me, work very hard, right? And they always helped me to kind of, they always help me find a direction, right? uh, I think that is those hardships that I faced, those kind of circumstances that I came from, so they helped me in fact to reach this position today.
Amazing,
Yeah,
sir.
it's always my hardship and my perseverance. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what would you like to say to our audience? Like, what are the basic qualities that a human being should have, in order to be a kind of ideal human being?
You should know what is human first.
Okay.
Those qualities of human,
Yeah.
right? So if you know that, then you'll start behaving like a human. Most of these, our society, the people in our society, they are not behaving humanly, because they are giving more importance toward this, physical, the physicality and those, and they actually they don't know what is humanity. That's a problem. It's very important that, so my message is to all the people who are watching this your show is that, so my humble request, first you should know what are those human qualities. If you know that, you start behaving like a human.
Yes.
That's very important. And respect your elders and take care of your parents. That's very, very important. You should always give importance to your parents and to the people who are relatives from where you are come from. That's very, very important. So yeah, this what is what all the message that I can give. And most importantly, always behave like a human. That's very important.
Okay,
Right?
sir. Yeah. Sir, I would like to ask you one more question. You are a professor, and what do you like apart from teaching? Like, what do you do in your leisure time?
My only entertainment is always read something new, learn something new, focus on more new innovative ideas,
That's
which
amazing.
has the potential to transform this world.
That's amazing. But sir, like अगर हम हमारी बात करें तो हमारे में तो ऐसा होता है कि हाँ आलस आ रहा है, कभी कुछ हो रहा है, तो you know we are not like that much of productive. So why is it like this?
It's only because of that you don't know the priorities.
What? What did you say?
You don't know the priorities. The
Okay.
younger generation, they
Yeah.
don't know the priority, and they feel just trying to ape someone. They feel they think that they are they are doing something great. It's not actually. You be yourself. Always be yourself,
Yes.
and right. You try to find those priorities, and you should know what is your circumstances. Accordingly, you have to fix your priorities, and accordingly you'll be able to lay a path for yourself. Right? Don't try to compare with others. Your life is your own. Your life is your making. So try hard and live intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful interview. It was really nice interacting
Thank
with
you so
you.
much, Anita. Really nice interacting with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day. Thank you.